For the next couple of weeks, we're doing a series on child abuse and prevention in acknowledgement of National Child Abuse Prevention Month, this month now in April. I'm sitting here with Connie Ridgeley, our new COO, which has extensive experience on working with children that have trauma. Connie, there are over 3,000 children in South Florida that are in foster care. Tell us a little bit about the trauma that these children have experienced.
So to be in foster care, there has to be a level of some kind of abuse, neglect, or abandonment within their family dynamic. Sometimes that's direct abuse, such as physical abuse or sexual abuse. Sometimes it's exposure to domestic violence that's very severe. Sometimes their parents are struggling with an issue such as drug or substance abuse, and by no fault of their own, children are brought into care. Oftentimes, the process of coming into care, being removed from your home, having a knock at the door, and you have an investigator and the police is always accompany an investigator, right? That they show up at your door, especially if you're younger, you don't understand what's happening. Next thing you know, they're asking you to throw some clothes together, and you are promptly taken from your home where you're familiar and you know everything, and you're brought to an office building. You have effectively just been removed from your parents, possibly your siblings, your pets. You have to lose your pet, your bedroom, your school, and that in and of itself can be a very traumatic experience for children, especially, again, younger children. Older children sometimes are aware, they understand. Trauma comes in all different forms. What you might think is a traumatic experience may not be the same for me. So we cannot put judgment on what a child experiences or look at somebody and say, oh, it was only this. That's not really traumatic, right? We don't know how that particular child, or even you could be in a car accident, get injured, be in the hospital for 3 weeks, get out and you're like, whatever. I could be in a small fender bender where I wasn't even injured, and now I'm anxious every time I get behind the wheel of a car, or I'm always looking around and have that stressor. So everybody responds differently to trauma. So how children respond to trauma and abuse is also different. And as clinicians, as staff, as workers, we have to be very aware, and that is where you hear trauma-informed care. We hear that word thrown around. That's what it means. It means that we're aware that children, just by the nature of being removed from their home, have experienced some type of trauma, either, again, in their homes or the fact that they were removed from their homes. Being aware of it, coming back to that initially, really helps to keep the focus of empathy and compassion towards children in the forefront of our minds when dealing with kids who have been abused.